Hello, I welcome you back to this new presentation. Today, Jairaj D'Souza from Gurgaon has sent an email to me, and in this email he has discussed a problem in his office. He writes, I am working in a financial institution and for last 3 years I have been outperforming my targets, but now all my friends have stopped appreciating me. Even my immediate boss, the branch manager, is not feeling convenient and comfortable with me. And as a result, I have started feeling desperate and disoriented. Jairaj, have you ever heard the Morrissey song, We Hate It When Our Friends Become Successful? In 1992, this was a very popular song. Most of the people are filled with envy. They are filled with it up to the brink of their personalities. However, in a society, they manage it to exist only up to an acceptable level. For this, they use their training called social training and conditioning. They make their children to have habits of that kind of living ethical lives and social support. They have accepted these envious expressions in the name of fair criticism. They are very careful while choosing words in making such criticism, and they have laid several norms for such a criticism, which is basically nothing else than this envious feeling. But the question is, and I think it is a deeper question, why does envy exist at all? Why the people are envious of others? The psychologists have given a great attention to this feeling of envy. And as per psychologists, this envy is a biological condition. Sarah Hill and David Buss, two psychologists, have made a research, the evolutionary psychology of envy. They explain that we experience envy because it enables us to evaluate our comparative position in the competition for resources. In this world, we have to compete with others, and for that purpose, we have to be ready for competition. This envy is related to that daily competition. This envy is related to your survivorship. This research has further shown that people are most envious of those who are placed similarly and who have competing claims. You will feel envious to the people who are equivalent to you, who are placed equally with you, and who are having competing claims with you. This explains Morrissey's song, Why We Hate Our Friends When They Become Successful. Naturally, this envy, this jealousy is the maximum in the hearts of your peers and also in the minds of your immediate bosses. Anyone who apprehends you as to be beating him in excellence would feel envious. And the reason is simple. It takes a lot of hard working in overtaking you. They will not do that. Envious feeling needs nothing. Envy needs only a set of chirping lips, which your peers generally have. And they have it in abundance. When it comes to deal with the envious people and the envy arising out of their hearts, your gurus, your teachers give reasons to prepare you against those envious feelings. But giving reason for envy is not appropriate because envy is not rational. Envy is an emotional response of the doer. Those who envy others are involved at the level of their emotions. It is their emotional response to the circumstance. When your gurus, when your instructors try to rationalize it, they lead arguments on this topic of envy. They try to convince you to have or not to have envious feelings. They will give you a long lecture how to get out of envious feelings and how not to have an envy in your mind. The whole internet is full of such pseudo-gurus and instructors who claim to teach you methods to come out of envious feelings. But your envy is not a logic. It is not an argument. Your envy is your biology. It springs out of your existence. It is a part of you. It is a part of your core. That's why your gurus have failed repeatedly in eliminating envy out of you. In the psyche of human beings, envy is seated at a place which is deeper than the place of the reason or logic. Envy is at this place and the reason is at a shallower place. Consequently, the emotional responses like love, cravings, attractions, addictions, likes, dislikes, these cannot be accessed by reason or by logic. They cannot be touched by leading arguments. Reason or logic cannot reach that depth of emotional responses. For example, if someone is addicted to smoking, he cannot be de-addicted by leading arguments before him regarding logic about giving up this addiction of smoking. You may tell him 1000 of demerits of smoking, but he would need something else to leave this addiction. He would need some help and support at the emotional level. That is why some specialized people are trained for de-addiction centers. Similarly, those who have their hearts broken in love cannot be explained about the futility of their past experiences. Generally happens there simply because they are hurt at their emotional level and the reason cannot travel to that depth of emotional hurt. Logic is always unable to heal an emotional injury. And the same is the case with envy. Envy is an emotional response. It is an emotional response of the envy mongers. It is situated in their biology. No reason or no logic or no argument can remove it out of them, and also, for that matter, out of your friends and your immediate boss who is feeling inconvenient now. In your groups, you are destined to face envy and feel it. Psychologists have tried to explain the origin of envy. They say that envy takes birth in the form of gossips. At a very subtle level, the gossips are used by human beings for comparison, comparing others' intimacy or with the gossip monger. There is another psychologist, Nicholson. He says that people are masters of self-deception. They deceive themselves. They subterfuge their feelings. If you ask them not to spread gossips, they would take a stand that it is not a gossip. It is a healthy discussion. It is a healthy criticism. They pretend and say that they talk about someone because of being a good friend or in some other social interest, in the national interest. But it is not so. The reason for gossip is always a subtle comparison. They compare it. They compare it that the subject of the gossips is inferior to the one who originates the gossip. The psychologists tell that envy has its roots in the evolution. There is always a desire to be the fittest. And this desire to be the fittest has designed the human race to feel envy and spread gossips. Now we come to your problem, Jairaj. Your problem is that your friends and your boss, they have an envy for you. Yes, they will do it. It is their biology to do it. No human being can be modified to completely abandon envy out of its personality. Your friends and your boss are not to be blamed for having an envious feeling for you. They will have an envy for you until and unless you reduce yourself to a vegetable, having no potential for development, no possibility for growth. In that case, they will find you harmless and they will just overlook you. If you become a roadside pebble, then they do not feel envious, but will pick you up from the roadside and they will place you on the shelf of their drawing rooms. They will decorate their drawing rooms with you, because in that case, you are nothing more than a mere showpiece. They have no threat perception from your existence. They will simply respect you. They will simply love you by placing you in their showrooms, in their dining rooms, in their, what they call it, collection of things. But as long as you are growing, you are developing, you will be destined to face their envy, because now as a result of your development and growth, you have posed a threat to their survival. You have challenged their claim for being the fittest in the race of survival. The only option available with you is to understand the truth and be able to face it. You can face envy simply by ignoring the envious people. Let them be busy with what they do with their feelings, and you should keep doing your own work. Keep growing, keep developing. You may use their envious feeling for your benefit, because the gauge of their envious feeling is simply a measurement of your all-round progress. As long as they are having envious feelings against you, it is simply a proof that you are doing your work excellently and they are feeling scared. Let them do what they want to do. You keep yourself busy in making progress. This is the best response to the envious people. For receiving all updates of the new videos, you may subscribe to this channel. By the time we are back with the new presentations, Namaskar.